What up, WeHo? This month, West Hollywood celebrates Thanksgiving, and this year, I'm thankful that the original cast of The Facts of Life is reuniting for a holiday special. I'd be even more thankful if it's about them opening a dispensary that they call Edna's Edibles. Oh, and for all you Twinkie little gabies out here who don't get that joke, have your zaddy explain it to you. Welcome to WeHoTV News. Gobble gobble, West Hollywood. I'm Mike Siriaco, and I'm bringing you everything you need to know about WeHo, courtesy of the city of West Hollywood. If you spent the past month pushing your cardio in anticipation for that Thanksgiving carbo load, you may have missed out on some important news. Don't sweat it, because we're going to catch you up to speed with the WeHo Wind-Up. Let's put 30 seconds on the clock. The West Hollywood Library celebrated its 8th anniversary. Northern Ireland said yes to same-sex marriage. Ryan McCann served up portraits with art on the outside. WeHo served up a cavalcade of costumes at the Halloween Carnival. And Billy Porter served up fairy godmother realness in the upcoming live-action Cinderella. Well, look at her putting the boo and bippity-boppity-boo. Now let's bop on over to these news briefs. SPCALA offered a low-cost pet vaccination clinic. To be clear, this was for real animals only, so sorry, Nina Bonina.
How much is that dog in the window?
Aww, that was as adorable as it was terrifying. And speaking of drag, the West Hollywood Library once again hosted Drag Queen Story Hour. In honor of Halloween, they shared the classic Goosebumps story, The Kiki Clock of Doom. The City of West Hollywood's Recreation Services Division hosted its annual Youth Halloween Carnival. It was the perfect place for little girls to dress up as Captain Marvel, while their fathers dress up as Captain Marvel. The city, in partnership with the West Hollywood Comprehensive Services Center, presented its regular Seniors in Action Community Connection Conversation event, where participants can learn something new, contribute their talents, or if you're these seniors in action, get arrested protesting the climate crisis. So what did you do for the environment today?
What did you do?
I made that joke, and I'm pretty sure it was recycled, much like most of my news briefs. Oh, did you hear? Melissa Benoist is back with a new season of Supergirl, and she is the bravest superhero on television. Not just because she fights supervillains, she's brave because she attempted bangs. I don't care what anyone else says, Mel. I think you look good. The animated series Big Mouth is back for its 3rd season on Netflix. This humorous exploration of the pitfalls of puberty features a diverse cast of voice actors, including Andrew Reynolds as Matthew, the only openly gay kid in school, and Jason Mantzoukas as Jay, a burgeoning bisexual teen.
That was actually my first kiss.
It was my first guy kiss.
What did you think?
Hey man, a mouth's a mouth.
Stop quoting your dad's law commercials.
Why don't you make me?
Jay's struggle with the acceptance of his bisexuality, both with himself and from others, is a major arc of season 3. And the inclusion of a bi character in a middle school setting is notable. Bi representation, of any age, is still less visible in media than that of its gay and lesbian counterparts. By showcasing the struggles of a fictional bi teen on a popular comedy series, makes it easier to empathize with the struggles of real bi adults. And to all our bi brothers, sisters, and non-binary siblings, West Hollywood sees you, and you are beautiful. Big mouths and all. From bisexual advocacy to women's advocacy, we now go to Eddie Robinson.
The skills to help pass the bills and make a difference in our communities. I'm Eddie Robinson, and this is WeHoTV News. Co-sponsored by the City of West Hollywood's Women's Advisory Board and Women's Leadership Conference and Network, the National Council of Jewish Women Los Angeles recently kicked off its Advocacy Training Project series with a free open house.
We've had ATP for 5 or 6 years, and this is the first time that we're doing an open house kickoff session before our series of workshops begins in October. We really wanted to create an opportunity to invite the community in, both to build community in our building and the surrounding communities, and introduce people to the concept of advocacy. How do you make a phone call? How do you gain the confidence to do a lobby visit, to learn who your legislators are, and really for people to walk away feeling like they can do that, they can take that first step.
This series of expert-led workshops on the skills needed to make a difference at the local, state, and national levels will be held monthly from September through April. Participation is open to people of all sexual orientations and genders.
Folks that are really impacted need to be at the table. Oftentimes, the folks that are suffering from the social injustices don't get the chance to really understand how the process and the systems work. So today's really just a way in which we can open our doors and then also make sure that people can come into a space where they can get a training that is really well put together so that folks can really not only learn but then become empowered.
Visit WeHo.org for more enriching events to help you continue to be an asset to the West Hollywood community and beyond. I'm Eddie Robinson, WeHoTV News. Mike, back to you.
Thanks, Eddie. Now let's go from WeHo's advocates to the next generation of WeHo musicians with our newest segment, Roll Out the Rainbow Carpet. What up, WeHo? Tonight we are here at the iconic Viper Room for The High End, where members of the SoCal cannabis community are hosting a showcase for some of WeHo's hottest young LGBT musicians. Let's go meet them now. This is an event where cannabis culture is supporting the performing arts. Why is an event like this so important?
Well, we've discovered in the cannabis industry that we don't have a lot of chances to reach our audience. It's not like you can traditionally do Google ads, Facebook ads. And so you needed a mode of transportation to reach people, and music became one of them.
That's why I think it's so important for West Hollywood to be supporting its queer young artists.
Everything that's happening on a socio-political scale right now in our country is huge, and West Hollywood is, seen internationally as one of the epicenters of that. And so there's a huge history here of supporting the queer community in all of its forms. And West Hollywood is always behind that.
So Frankie was an athlete, he got injured, and he turned to CBDs for the pain. Why use that instead of any other painkiller?
Well, I always grew up very holistic. My mother always gave me all natural stuff to cure my symptoms. And I always really believed in that because opioids are so damaging to the body. I knew a lot of athletes that got, hooked on opioids after they had some season-ending injuries. So after my injury, I was like, okay, how can I do this in an all-natural way that's going to help me?
I'm a board-certified orthopedic spine surgeon. I operated on spines for 30 years. I realized at the end of 30 years, I had a practice filled with patients who were addicted to opioids. So I spent the past 5 years getting everybody off of opioids, onto cannabis. I've been able to treat patients not only with opioid addiction, heroin, alcohol, an enormous amount of other problems.
And why is it so perfect to set an event like this in West Hollywood?
Well, West Hollywood is actually one of the starting grounds of cannabis rights. I think it's very important for it to be here around some of the biggest musicians in the world. And it's also at the Viper Room, which is one of the most famous spaces you could perform at in West Hollywood. So we couldn't say no.
Keep it cannabis, WeHo. Now let's go from the artistic to the athletic with WeHo's very own Hawkeye, Nick Catelli.
Many greats have donned the bow and arrow, such as Rambo, Cupid, and Katniss Everdeen. I'm Nick Catelli for WeHoTV News, and I'm going to take part in the Bullseye Archery Class right here at Plummer Park, and it's going to be a bullseye. Well, or bullseye, a little bit more manly.
We applied for a grant through USA Archery and won a amazing grant from them to bring equipment for the Explore Archery program that we're implementing in the Teen Center.
If we were going to have to fight off in a zombie apocalypse, we're pretty much ready right here at Plummer Park, I would say.
Yeah, come here, we'll protect you.
And you're like a level 2 archer?
I am a level 2 archer trainer, so
Okay.
I am able to train other people to be level 1 archers. In fact, I've trained 19 of our recreation staff to be level 1 archery coaches. So it's a pretty awesome thing we're doing over here at Plummer Park.
You know, a gun, you just sling it over the shoulder. But a bow and arrow, it's like riding a bike. You you know, if the bike had a really sharp point to it and got shot out of a bow. Channel my inner Rambo.
I didn't break the law. I am the law.
If you want it heavier so it could go like farther, more distance, that will really help you a lot. This is the kind of bow that they would use in the medieval times.
Okay. So that's like a King Arthur, Lancelot, like the elf kind of bow.
Yeah.
And who's your favorite like bow and arrow shooting character, if you had to pick one?
Green Arrow for sure.
Isn't it Hawkeye's on the Avengers? What about him?
I would just say he's a ripoff.
Yeah, he is just kind of a knockoff. For more information about classes like this, or just anything going on in the city of West Hollywood, visit WeHo.org. Again, I'm Nick Katay for WeHoTV News, and I just shot a bullseye.
Thanks, Nick. While they hit their mark, let's go get something that'll hit the spot. Back to you, Eddie Robinson.
All the ingredients for a successful future here at the Los Angeles LGBT Center. I'm Eddie Robinson, and this is WeHoTV News. Hungry for more opportunity in the culinary arts? In association with Cedars-Sinai and the West Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, the City of West Hollywood has partnered with the Los Angeles LGBT Center to support the innovative, new culinary arts program at the center's Anita Mae Rosenstein campus.
The Culinary Arts program is a 300-hour, 12-week training program here at the center. So they spend the first 4 weeks with us learning all of the basic skills that the students need to be successful in a commercial kitchen. Then they move on to the second module where they actually practice those skills and make meals for members of the center and make about 450 meals a day. And then in the third module, for the final 4 weeks, we place them in local businesses from restaurants to hotels where they get hands-on industry experience so that as soon as they're ready to enter the job market full-time, they already have something on their resume.
A lot of confidence. So you see the difference between when the first day that they're with me and then they go out into the industry and they come back and graduate, it's like they've grown up. But just even the way they carry themselves, they have more confidence because they're like, I can do that.
Describe to us what we're looking at here. This beautiful plate.
So it's Tuscan chicken with white beans and kale, and then we have a multigrain medley that has quinoa and barley, and then we have an apple Waldorf salad. So we'll be serving it to all of the youth and the seniors as well, and then the residents at Triangle Square.
And so what we're so excited about at the LGBT Center is that we take their passion for food and we use that to rebuild their self-esteem, to rebuild their feeling of self-worth, and to show them that they have value.
What I love most about the program is feeding unprivileged kids, seniors who can't afford it.
We're offering a free culinary arts program. So I came to the seminar and listened to what they had to say and fell in love with it.
We're doing something that makes a difference and that matters in the world, and that's just a great feeling.
And I feel I can still do it for another 20 years.
Go to WeHo.org for more programs in the city of West Hollywood to help you perfect your recipe for success. I'm Eddie Robinson, WeHoTV News. Mike, back to you. And bon appetit.
Thanks, Eddie. And for more culinary news, we hit up WeHo's first ever Cannabis Cafe for this month's West Hollyweed. What up, WeHo? The city of West Hollywood is fully supportive of cannabis, but there is a proper time and place to consume it. And that time is now. And that place is right here at Lowell Cafe, the nation's first cannabis cafe right here in West Hollywood. So let's head inside and speak to one of their flower hosts about consuming cannabis. Come on. Now, this is the first cannabis cafe in the nation. Why are we able to have this in West Hollywood, but not in other places?
West Hollywood is known to be one of the cannabis capitals of the country, so of course this would be the place where it'd be happening. As far as everything we offer, we have pre-rolls, flower, edibles, concentrates, we have bongs to hit, puff codes to use. It's pretty awesome.
What are the rules here for consuming cannabis?
So you basically just want to think about it as you were going to a regular bar. So just come, know your tolerance level, know what your responsibility is. It's a good time.
So last question, say you were gonna come in here and you could only order one thing, what would it be?
It would be the vegan nachos, hands down. Perfect for 2 people. It's a pretty hefty plate. It's also really good for both meat lovers and vegetarian lovers, guys. It is incredible.
And quick reminder, just like alcohol, it's fun, but don't get behind the wheel of a car and drive while you're on it. Stay safe, WeHo. Before we go, we'd like to wish everyone a happy Halloween. And for those attending the West Hollywood Halloween Carnival, we'd like to remind you to be careful and obey the rules with the help of some classic films.
Hello? Do you like scary movies? Parodies? Be careful.
It's Johnny.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Boom! West Hollywood wants you to stay safe this Halloween, so remember. No banners, no poles, no sticks, no beverage containers, no glass bottles, no coolers, no laser pointers, no noisemakers, no weapons, no projectiles, no fireworks, etc. Happy Halloween!
West Hollywood.
For more information on West Hollywood Halloween Carnival, visit WeHo.org/Halloween. We'll be back next month with more news, noise, and nonsense. Until then, keep it cute, WeHo.